During the week, the Nigerian government unveiled a strategy to lead Africa's digital trade revolution within the African Continental Free Trade Agreement framework. Vice President Kashim Shettima said this as part of the Tinubu administration's plans to explore digital trade to drive economic growth.
This stakeholder workshop is an opportunity to reassess the strategies to deploy digital technologies which will in turn boost Nigeria's economy.
The implementation of AFCFTA's digital trade protocol demands the coordination of multiple MDAs and the alignment with the development of new policies and strategies. This is the most practical way for us to build expansive technical talent hubs and education programs for the needs of the nation and beyond.
Our objectives in this meeting is very, very clear and very, very ambitious, and I'm sure we're going to achieve it. First of all, we'll identify the key opportunities for enhancing digital trade within the AFCTA framework. We will also discuss the effective strategies to ensure a coordinated approach to implement this AFCTA digital trade protocol.
Vice President Kashim Shettima, while declaring the workshop open, outlined key components of the roadmap to include the implementation of digital trade protocol and the development of expansive technical talent hubs in Nigeria.
This gathering to rebuild the digital trade in Africa is yet another opportunity for us to review our commitments to expanding investments in the digital economy.
With the benefits linked with digital economy, aligning with African Union's digital transformation strategy for the continent supported by the Digital Trade Protocol is a crucial step for Nigeria's future.
There are significant components of the Digital Trade Protocol under the single market. For those who know, some of them will include things around e-commerce, digital infrastructure, data protection, cross-border payments, capacity building, and innovation and entrepreneurship.
Nigeria's economic vision is to achieve the $1 trillion economy by 2026. And achieving this vision is within this reach due to the digital economy. Now, as we look forward towards regional integration within AFCTA, we will even unlock more economic growth and opportunities by aligning with the Digital Trade Protocol.
However, experts here say there are knowledge and skills gap as well as infrastructure deficit that still exists as a challenge for the country. The little or no involvement of the private sector in the African Continental Free Trade Area is also an issue to be tackled.
The AFCFTA agreement, as well as the Digital Trade Protocol, can help develop Nigeria e-commerce platforms, support startups, financial technologies or fintechs, software developers, and data management tools. It can help small and medium enterprises, women and youth access new markets on the continent via digital trade. Prioritize female entrepreneurship. Women are the backbone of trade in Africa, and digital trade is their route to prosperity for the continent and for Nigeria.
While stakeholders here say the Digital Trade in Africa initiative is very critical to addressing all the issues relating to growing prosperity for the African continent. Georgina Ndukwezainka, Arise News.
All right, let's have this conversation with Dr. Salihu Ibrahim Dasuki, who is a special assistant to the President on ICT in the Office of the Vice President. Of course, he's also a senior lecturer at Manchester Metropolitan University, and he obtained his PhD at the age of 25. A very remarkable feat, I would say. Very warm welcome to Newsnight, Dr. Dasuki.
Thank you very much.
Let me pick you up first with the kind of confidence and the vision for tomorrow that you enunciated there, a $1 trillion economy by 2026. What are the indices that this administration is putting in place that gives hope for such a gargantuan, economic gains?
Yeah, so as we discussed about it yesterday, when in the program at the Office of the Vice President, one of the key ambition of this government and the Renewed Hope strategies to achieve the $1 trillion economy by 2026. And one component that can help us achieve that is digital economy. And a key element of this digital economy is the digital trade. We believe that with technology, it's going to open a market space for Nigeria to tap through the global trade industry using digital technologies in order to enhance commerce, provide youth employment to a growing number of youths in the country, and also tap into the global outsourcing market that's being quantified to be around $260 billion. And again, as you're aware, in the Office of the Vice President has launched the Outsourcing to Nigeria initiative.
Are we having, some of these businesses coming into Nigeria already? I mean, with, this roadmap that government is painted, are we getting results?
Absolutely. I'm sure if you had the event yesterday, you would have seen a lot of private sector actors and investors in there. And even prior to that, just a week ago, we did the foreign direct investment workshop in the Office of the Vice President, where there was a lot of commitment from investors to come and invest in Nigeria.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me, how does the government, again, I mean, you've talked about this digitization, trade and everything, and some people just be looking at it, is it not like eBay or, or those digital shopping or marketing that you do online? I know it goes beyond that, but how does the government, really plan to address the challenges of inadequate digital infrastructure and cyber security concerns? Aren't they big concerns?
Yeah, those are major concerns that affect, obviously, the adoption of digital technologies and such initiatives like the Digital Trade Initiative. With regards to infrastructural challenges, the government is doing a lot to address these infrastructural challenges. We expect by 2025 there's going to be about 70% broadband connectivity in Nigeria. Currently, there's already a project that's being conducted by the Federal Ministry of Innovation and Digital Economy and Communication. I'm sure you're aware about the 774 broadband connectivity for all local governments within Nigeria. Apart from that, also, with regards to data challenges, there's already a framework out there with regards to protecting citizens' data by the National Data Protection Commission. And obviously, we know that for you to have, to really adopt the digital trade protocol, you need to have the talent. And what we're doing in Nigeria is we're expanding our digital talents. I'm sure you're aware of the 3M Treaty, one of the biggest boot camp for technical talent that's been run by the Federal Ministry of Information and Digital Economy. And apart from that, also, we're building talent. We have the IDICE project also in the Office of the Vice President that's going to build talent to support the implementation of this protocol. As much as that, we also have the Skill Innovation project also in the Office of the Vice President. And then I'm sure you're also aware that we already have a plan, and just like has been stated by NITDA, by 2025 also would have built 3 million youths with these tech talents in Nigeria that would also contribute to the global space in terms of providing technology services to the global world.
That's great. I mean, quite exciting. So, but you want to elaborate further too on this initiative and how it will contribute, besides the 3 million, target by the Ministry of Information and, Innovation and Digital Economy and the rest, how it can really contribute to job creation more, particularly within Nigerian youths.
So right now, in terms of job creation, particularly with reference to this program, it's going to open up for online commerce. Currently, we have about 55% of Nigerian businesses in the online space, and with the adoption of this protocol, you'll find out that a lot of businesses are going to go online, and it's going to open more job opportunities.
And with a lot of cyber security, bust hackings and the rest, swindlers, scammers, how do you protect that?
So Nigeria is building that cyber infrastructure. Galaxy Backbone is doing a lot of great work in terms of ensuring the strengthening of of our infrastructure in terms of security.
But we're not, when Nigerians are being hit by even the banks, you know, when it comes to cyber security thefts and the rest.
Oh yeah, I mean,
illegal deductions here and there, they can't trace them, you know. Some of the bank staffs are already in court, you know, being charged for fraud and the rest, running into billions.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, but again, like I said, and one of the conversations that we had yesterday was how do we address the cybersecurity challenges? And there was a lot of conversation with security actors, with fintechs also were all there, and also with private sector actors, in terms of how do we have a consolidated strategy to address this issue, because at the moment a lot of people are working in silos, but when we come in as a consolidated effort, then everyone brings his strength and we are able to address these challenges. Yeah.
So we're going to have one big cyber connectivity, cyberspace and the rest in Nigeria.
Absolutely.
Domiciled through NICOMSAT that is being dysfunctional or not functioning, or we're going to have a new, you know, satellite plans?
Oh, no, with regards to NICOMSAT, it's very, very functional. I want to disagree with you that it's dysfunctional.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, tell us, what are the new things that they've done? They've not been able to track the bandits and terrorists, how they exchange monies and the rest, how to get monies from the banks, you know, the ransom monies. So tell us, what new things have they been doing?
Oh, with regards to tracking ransom and bandits, I think we're doing great in Nigeria in terms of addressing insecurity challenges. And you need to be aware that technology alone doesn't solve problems. I mean, you can have a technology that tracks a bandit, but that's not enough to get the bandit.
But knowing where they are is good enough, is as good as getting them, don't you think so?
Oh, absolutely.
It will help the military to clean them out once and for all.
Absolutely, yes.
So, well, let's leave NICOMSAT, you know, their shortcomings, they can come and address it to the Nigerian public. Let's look at this new innovation, you know. How does Nigeria, again, plan to leverage its position as Africa's, you know, nerve center or largest ICT hub in implementing the after digital trade protocol? That must be very key.
Oh yeah, just like what the Vice President has said, that Nigeria is positioned to be the global talent hub. And that's why we have a lot of programs right now in the government in order to ensure that we build the right talents that we can export to the global space. And having this right talent also will contribute to this digital implementation of this digital trade protocol. Like I told you about the 3MTT, the 3 Million Talent Program, that's building our talent for export. I've also mentioned to you the business process outsourcing industry that Nigerian government is trying to tap into. And then, like I mentioned, we have the Outsourcing to Nigeria initiative. And the whole idea is to export our own talent into the global space. Apart from that, also, we're positioning Nigeria to ensure that we're the biggest supplier of digital services, and our export on digital services contributes to addressing a lot of challenges out there in the global space.
That's really great. I mean, good to know. But what kind of collaborative efforts do you have, the Office of the Vice President, have with international partnerships? You know, what role can they play in Nigeria's digital trade strategy?
So currently we're working with ODI as a UK global think tank company with the support of the Foreign and Commonwealth Development Office as well. And then with regards to also this implementation of this policy, in the Office of the Vice President, we believe in research. Research drives policy. So we're working with ODI and also carrying out research around digital trade, around understanding what are the challenges, but with also private and public partners. And that's why you can see from the conversation yesterday, it was a gathering of both public and private actors so that we can come all together to collaborate. And a lot of other partners have shown interest. So we believe in the next, our next action plan is to further discuss with these partners to find out how we can consolidate all our efforts in order to ensure that we were swift in achieving this action plan on digital trade strategy.
All right. And looking ahead, what are the next steps in implementing the digital trade roadmap?
Right. So the takeaway with regards to implementing this roadmap is the next step, which is on operationalizing this strategy. And this strategy has been fully accepted yesterday in the conversation, because it was a lot of conversation that led to this strategy. So the next step is to operationalizing it not only at the national level, but we're going down to the sub-national level to ensure a full adoption of this strategy. But like I said, not only in the public sector, but also in the private sector.
Yeah, that's the big collaborations you guys are doing with the digital trade. Well, thanks so very much. Dr. Salihu Ibrahim Dasuki is the Special Assistant to the President on ICT Policy, domiciled in the Office of the Vice President.